reactions. Anand Ranganathan. Dr. Anand Ranganathan was raising his hand.
I'm a humble member of the opposition.
Yes, no, good evening, Navika. And with due respect to Professor Saugata Roy, he's an esteemed panelist as well as a respected honorable member of the Rajya Sabha. But I want to remind him, as he said, Raat gayi baat gayi. And Lok Sabha, I beg your pardon. And you would be, after Lok Sabha, you would be an honorary member of the Rajya Sabha, as the tradition goes, no doubt about it. But I'm quite pained when Saugata Da is saying that everyone who has been asked to apologize and who was suspended were honorable members of the Rajya Sabha. Do honorable members throttle and severely injure the marshals who are there to protect them? Do they break LCD screen? Do they rip up mics? Do they climb on tables? If this is what honorable members are supposed to do, then there should be a beeline in our country for becoming honorable members. Why do we need rule book? Why do we need laws? But Navika, the fact of the matter is that we are cursed with electing either louts or Luddites. But I have a solution. Every time a parliamentarian disrupts the House, his term should be truncated by 4 months. 3 disruptions and he or she will have 1 year less to loot his or her constituency. What better way to turn a delinquent into eloquent? Budget, monsoon, winter, every parliamentary session is the same old story. Every year, every term. No one is interested in finding a solution. And this cuts across party lines, across legislative assemblies, state or central. I mean, of course, what has happened in the parliament is shameful. And the opposition parties are to be blamed for it. And the way, as I said, these MPs attack the lady marshal is sickening. But are you telling me that BJP hasn't indulged in the same? One doesn't even have to go back to the UPA era to find instances of the BJP creating ruckus, indulging in vandalism, forcing adjournment. Their leaders even saying this was part of democracy. No. Just look at the states right now where non-BJP governments are functioning. Rajasthan, for example. Navika, not a day passes by without BJP creating havoc in the state legislative assembly, shouting slogans, disrupting the House. In fact, you will laugh, but the Rajasthan Assembly has been adjourned sine die since September. And did you know 12 BJP legislators are currently suspended from the Maharashtra Assembly for creating ruckus and quote-unquote misbehaving with the presiding officer? And the Congress does the same in BJP-ruled states. This has almost become a tradition now, and all at the taxpayers' expense. Raat gayi baat ki, and these MPs are least bothered about the severity of the punishment meted out. 1,000 rupee fine or a suspension. They are laughing at this, Navika. That's why I propose every time a parliamentarian disrupts the House, his or her term should be truncated by 4 months. That will scare them and hopefully make them behave. The sad truth, Navika, is just 10 seconds. That democracy, more often than we'd like to admit, not so much is the defeat of the elected as it is of the electorate. Kya kare? Jaye to jaye kahan?
Well, Dr. Patra, raat gayi, baat gayi, chhodiye. Please settle. I had heard of an expression, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, of settling matters out of court. Now there is a new proposition of settling matters out of house. Out of house. So don't bring the chairman.
If somebody has heard the
now, Mr. Bhattacharya,
your allegation that these staffs have been...
Please, let us maintain the decorum here. This is not Rajya Sabha.
I did not interrupt you, sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
I have not interfered you. No, don't say these things. I have not interfered you.
Well, you are interrupting me, sir. The question was asked of me. I was listening very patiently to you.
I was speaking. Yes, question was asked.
Navika, did you not ask me the question?
I didn't interrupt you.
All right.
I was just concluding my
Please settle this outside the debate, because I'm not, as a moderator, authorized to settle this matter. Settle it outside the debate. But may I, with your permission, Bhattacharya Dada, can I ask Dr. Anand Ranganathan to make his point?
Thank you.
Yes, why not?
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Navika. Now I have heard everything. Here is a communist saying we must respect parliamentary democracy. Really? Does Mr. Bhattacharya even know that the co-founder of CPI, EMS Namboodiripad, on the floor of the parliament said, and I quote him, "We are going to wreck Ambedkar's constitution from within." This is what EM Namboodiripad said.
These people worship Stalin and Mao, who killed 70 million combined people. They are talking about parliamentary democracy. And Mr. Bhattacharya says he's not going to apologize. Really? Do you know another co-founder of communist, Dange? He grovelled, he published a grovelling mercy petition to the king. Please release us from the jail. We are your obedient servants, sir. We will never go against the king. These are the communists. I've heard everything now. और कुछ देखने को नहीं बचा है. बस माओ जपने जा रहा हूँ मैं चाइना.
Well, तहसीन पूनावाला